VCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
Kenzie takes a touch. She'll have one shot to the right side, and it's good.
May takes the snap, hands it off to Helton. Similar play, similar result. This time a stiff arm gets Helton free. He's met at the goal line, but he's in.
With numbers, sends it into the circle. O'Donnell to Kylie, shot, score!
Oh, somebody's got to do it. So now the ball through. Benjamin with it. Left foot, right foot is good.
They have cleaned that up over the years a lot. Oh, nice block.
Snap, looks to pass. May rolls to his right, delivers to the end zone. Back in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bedford High Stadium here on this chilly Hallows Eve. Half moon above. And what's the correct name for that?
Yeah, I would call that a waxing gibbous, Harry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Our moon expert here, Corey Munster Tiger. I'm Harry Kozlowski. We're ready to wrap things up in this regular season for the Bedford Bulldogs. They are 7-0 in league play, 8-0 overall, and they are trying to finish the season off perfect against the Blackbirds of Keene, who come in, I believe, with 2 wins.
They're actually at 1 win, 1-6 on the year in New Hampshire, 1-7 overall. They won their first match against Goffstown and then have struggled since. 14.6 points per game they are averaging on offense, yet giving up 34.4. So they've had a rough go of it the last several games, and I don't think that streak's going to be broken tonight as Bedford comes in unbeaten.
Not at all. And the Bedford is heading for the #1 seed in the postseason. You're talking about averages. Bedford averaging 35.8 points per game, only giving up 12 points per game. And they have been a solid team overall, although not without their warts. They've had a few issues here and there, but nothing that's really held them back in the season.
Agreed, Harry. They've actually run into some penalties early on, too, and a little bit of unsportsmanlike stuff going on here and there. I think they get excited, and, the heat of the moment for high school kids, it's somewhat understandable, but as they enter the playoff push, they're going to have to get that under wraps as the games start to count, and those 15-yard penalties start adding up and making a difference.
It is Halloween. Our student section is decked out in their costumes today. They'll be cheering their Bulldogs on, who will be on the field momentarily. In fact, you can see the cheerleaders, I guess, they're all dressed out in their costumes as well.
A little disappointing, no inflatable Bulldog tonight. I think it's on account of the wind. We had some storms roll through yesterday evening and this morning. Everything passed through, but afterwards there were some gnarly winds that came through. Very fierce, pretty much consistent at 16, 18 miles an hour, gusting 25, 30. So a pretty blustery day, and I think that was the reason for not including the Bulldog this evening.
And those winds could impact the passing game today. We'll be right back with the call of the game, the flip of the coin, and all that. But first, let's listen to what Coach Zach Matthews had to say about going into this game. We're speaking with Coach Zach Matthews of the Bedford Bulldogs, his undefeated team, looking to go perfect in the regular season against Keene on senior night, the final home regular season game. Coach, have you ever seen a 100-yard pick six before in your time of coaching?
No, that was certainly a first one for me. And what an exciting play. Obviously, having it be in the red zone, having it be on 4th down against an opponent, obviously we have a lot of history with and a lot of respect for. I think it was a super meaningful play and something that none of us will forget, that's for sure.
Now, this is the final home game of the regular season. It's senior night, and it's going to be the last home game for some of your senior players. What kind of emotions come up for players and for you as a head coach on these senior nights?
Yeah, well, I think every senior night is a little bit of two sides of the coin. You've got that one side where you're really proud of the kids and they're, getting close to the end of a journey that you've been on with them for 4 years. And then again, it feels like it's gone by way too fast. And you think back to some of the great memories along the way. This year specifically, with my son being a senior, adds a different element to it, because obviously going through this experience this year with this group of kids, I've seen a lot of these boys that are seniors this year playing since they were 10, 11 years old, and putting on pads for the first time. So certainly this year there'll be some extra emotions, but we're absolutely excited about it.
Now, not to look past Keene, but you are heavily favored in this contest and will likely enter the postseason as a number 1 seed. That means a bye in the opening round. How will you and your coaching staff use that extra time to prepare for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think every year is a little bit different, right? So we've been down this road before with the bye week. Last year, I didn't feel like we came out of it very, very good from the standpoint of, I think we were just a little rusty coming out of it. So, when we look at it, it's every year is a little bit different, but this year it'll probably be a mix of, we want to give the kids some time off, because obviously the football season, we've been doing this since August. So, there's a mental and physical toll that ends up being paid by the kids, and giving them a little time to kind of rest and recoup and maybe focus on their academics and get some assignments done that they haven't done before is important. But then again, it does give us a chance to kind of create some competitive opportunities and focus on some of our fundamental skills without an opponent in mind. So for us, it's kind of a balance of two things. Find your periods where you can get some rest, but then let's get some functional work in and be able to focus a little bit less on an opponent and more on the things that we are doing well or not doing well, moving into obviously the postseason.
Coach, good luck tonight and happy Halloween.
Yeah, thank you very much. Happy Halloween to you.
Teams are at the Big B at the center of the field for the coin flip. Let's mention our seniors on the Bedford Bulldogs. Number 1, Connor Sturgis. Number 9, the kicker, Elijah Todd. Quarterback, Bennett Matthews. Coach's son, Landon Elsmore. Number 12, or is number 17. 21, Brody Helton. James Tamulevich. Kellen McGinnis. Alex Bissonette. Brennan Krause. Matthew Ben. Tyree Seeley. Connor Flaherty. And Santiago Di Gaetano.
Nice opportunity for us to honor the seniors and all their hard work. Bedford Bulldogs have won the toss. They chose to receive, which is a little turn from the normal, from what Coach Matthews has been in the habit of. And as he normally has been winning the toss, he's usually deferred to the second half. The last couple times he's won, he's chosen to start off with the ball. So that's how we will roll tonight. Again, happy Halloween to everybody out there. Pleased to bring you tonight's game on BCTV. Harry, you and I were talking about it before the game, before kickoff here. Let's just go over these numbers, because these are astonishing. And this is a muted version, because Brody Helton, with such career statistics, has done this not playing the second half of several games. Not just a couple here and there, but a lot of games in his career. But go ahead and show those, or at least announce those numbers, because they are truly amazing.
Probably half the games he's been in, he's sat out the second half. 457 carries, 4,184 yards, 56 touchdowns on the ground, 41 receptions, 594 yards, 6 touchdowns through the air. That's a total of 4,778 combined yards, and with the playoffs coming up, he could go over 5,000 cumulative yards.
And again, just think about how big those numbers would be if he played the second half of so many of these games. Just amazing. Keene ready to kick things off. Squib kick up the middle, jumped on quickly at the Bedford 36-yard line, smothered there by Cody Byer, and the Bulldogs offense will start things off at their own 36.
Keene just trying to limit the return there, putting it on the ground, but Byer quick and with sure hands gobbled it up and gives the Bulldogs good field position right at the 36-yard line to start off.
Keene playing a front four here, 3 linebackers stacked in. The Bulldogs out in a 4-receiver set. 3 receivers bunched to the left side of the formation, 1 split out to the right. They're going to run a reverse. The ball pops down on the turf, but pops right back to Bryson Durso. He scoops it back up. He's ahead for 7 yards or so out to the 43-yard line. What a fortunate bounce there for the Bulldog offense.
Durso very lucky right there. That could have been a real bad play, but the ball bouncing right back into his hands. And Durso, without missing a beat, gets into his running mode, finds a seam, and picks up at least 7 yards there.
Nice little cut back towards the inside as he saw pressure towards the outside. Got forward for 7. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Bulldog offense. Bennett Matthews brings them to the line. 3 receivers into the boundary to the right side. Ball's on the right hash. 1 split out to the left. Helton is behind Matthews in the shotgun. Motion man right to left. Matthews takes the slap, hands it off. Helton off the left-hand side. He's got a lot of room, and he's got more. He's deep in Keene territory, down to the 20, the 15, 10, cuts it back, 5, drags a few tacklers down inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4. Big run there, adding to that 4,184 yards. And the Bulldogs are quickly in the red zone.
I think you're seeing why Coach Matthews wanted the ball first. He wants to just get this game into runtime, to be perfectly honest, as quickly as possible. Give some of his bench players a chance to see the field in this regular season finale. Although he did told me that tomorrow morning's JV game, being at 8 o'clock, he's going to hold some of the JV players off to keep them fresh for tomorrow.
Saw Dylan Belair out there in front of Helton trying to get some blocks downfield. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers split out to the left slot, left tight is right, 2 backs in the backfield. Matthews hands it off to Helton right up the middle, near the goal line, but I think he's short. No signal quite yet. It'll be 2nd and goal, as it looks like he's just inches short on a 3.5-yard carry from the 4. They'll mark it at the 1. So 2nd and goal from the 1. Early going here, first possession for the Bulldogs in this season finale. Looking to get on the board in their first possession. Helton behind Matthews in the gun. 3 receivers stacked to the right, 1 split out to the left. Matthews takes the snap, hands it to Helton right up the middle, and he walks in. Touchdown Bulldogs. They go up early. 4-play drive. Started on their own 36. A huge run by Helton, and he caps it off with a 1-yard TD. 6-0 with the extra point to come.
And that is Brody's 13th rushing touchdown to go along with 2 in the air. And he is not the leading touchdown scorer for the Bulldogs. That actually is Bennett Matthews. He's got 14.
Well, I'm sure Brody Helton will not go quietly into that good night as he trails his teammate and good friend. Extra point is on the way. We're going to get a flag here, though, before we have anything going.
Flag thrown before the snap.
Looks like it might be on the defense, as they might have had an infraction there. Although the ball didn't really, it did move ahead just a bit. So half the distance to goal, it's on the 1.5. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. And the Bulldogs are up 7-0. 10:09 left in the first quarter. First possession ends in a Brody Helton 1-yard touchdown run.
Just 1:51 on that possession. And I believe 4 plays?
4 plays. Maybe 5?
No, I think it was 4 plays.
Okay, we'll go with 4.
Quick reminder, we've got playoff action tomorrow at 12 noon. The number 2 seed Bedford boys soccer quarterfinal action against the number 7 seed Londonderry Lancers. That's going to be at noon, and we'll have that for you right here on the channels of BCTV.
I'll be bringing that game out on the airways with Jay Abendroth tomorrow, so tune into that to see the boys soccer squad take on the Londonderry Lancers. Bulldogs beat the Lancers in regular season. I believe it was a 4-1 victory back in September, as they look to advance to the semifinals next week. Elijah Todd will kick things off here for the football team, as we will see the Blackbirds offense for the first time this evening. Coverage team is set. Todd puts his hand in the air, swings the leg through, squibber up the middle, fielded by one of the upbacks at the 27-yard line and taken towards the middle, tackled near the right hash, out beyond the 35. It looks like they'll mark it at the 36-yard line where Keene will take over. Ironically, the same yardage that the Bulldogs started on their first possession.
That was Griffin Yardley, number 39, the upback, who returned the ball. Junior wide receiver.
Tackled by Kellen McGinnis.
We're going to get a heavy dose of Colin Tinnon tonight. The senior quarterback will be at the helm.
1st and 10 for Keene at their own 36.
3 receivers set, 2 to the left, 1 out to the right. Tinnon calls the signals. Man in motion left to right, takes the snap, hands it off. Off the right side of the line, about a 3-yard gain. Looks to be 2nd and 7 as they'll mark the ball at the 39-yard line.
Jack Gillard, number 25, picking up 3 yards on that play. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Senior captain, running back Gillard, 3 yards there. Bulldogs in their familiar 4-man front. 3 linebackers stacked in behind. Tinnon with a 3 receiver set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Gillard to his left in the backfield. Motion man left to right. Quick snap, he looks out to the right flat. It's complete out there and pulling a tackler ahead for 3, maybe 4 yards. Was big Dustin Smith on the catch.
And Cam Santos was the tackler for the Bulldogs.
Out past the 40, they'll give him a 3-yard gain to the 42-yard line. 3rd and 4.
So far, so good for Keene. They've been making positive plays on each play here. Pick up 3-4 yards at a pop. Try to keep this drive alive. Slow and steady wins the race.
Got a whole Woody Hayes kind of reference there. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, Harry. See what happens here as they need 4+ to get the first down. Tinnon in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, trying the right side of the line. And short of the first down.
Yeah,
He was
Gillard.
at the 44-yard line, so 4th and 2 here early on their own 44. Decision time. They're going to get up to the line of scrimmage quickly and try to catch the Bedford defense off guard.
Flaherty was the tackler, by the way.
Possibly try a hard count here. Need some defensive discipline. Good discipline so far. They do snap it. They hand it off, and he gets tackled for a loss. Santos knifing in from his linebacker position, tackling Gillard about 3 yards in the backfield. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Bulldogs will have great field position at the Keene 40-yard line.
Yeah, Gillard, Santos unblocked coming in like a missile on Gillard. He didn't have a chance.
Santos, the junior linebacker, been doing a great job on that side of the ball all season.
Guys like him are going to be the ones we're talking about next year.
Absolutely. 4 receivers set here for Matthews. 2 right, 2 left. Helton to his right in the backfield. Motion man left to right. They'll fake the jet sweep. Matthews looks downfield, hucks it deep down the middle, and he's got his man. Touchdown, Landon Elsmore. Quick strike, 40-yard touchdown pitch and catch. And the Bulldogs are up 13-0 with the extra point on the way.
By Bennett Matthews.
Coach Matthews opening up the playbook here, testing everything out. Gets Elsmore on a post pattern right down the middle, and he gets 6 right there. And that is Elsmore's 4th touchdown on offense. He did have that 100-yard pick 6 last week against Londonderry.
Spectacular play deep in the 4th quarter. Now the Bulldogs looking to the sideline, seeming like they might be missing personnel. I think they're all right, though. Looking for a football, maybe? There it is. That's what the problem was. They dug it out from behind
One of
the goalposts. Yeah, odd. So we are set to go here. The snap from Kraus, the hold from Belair. And Elijah Todd with the kick. It's back, it's down, it's up. It looks good. It is good. No good. They missed it. So no good on the extra point. And it will stay 13-0 with 7:50 to go here in the first quarter.
That is the sixth extra point that Todd has missed this year. He made 41 so far, about an 88% average on the year.
Looked like he just caught it a little heavy and pushed it out to the right side on that replay. And it was no good, so it stays 13-0.
Hey, while we're on the topic of Keene, the Bulldogs are the #2 seed in the field hockey championships. Keene is #1. They will face off right here at Bedford High Stadium. That's where the NHIA Division I championships for field hockey will take place Saturday at 7 p.m. And BCTV is going to be here to tape it for later broadcast. However, we will have the call of the game, the play-by-play live on Bedford 105.1 radio.
Tune in for that for all you field hockey fans.
7 o'clock tomorrow.
13-0 your score here. Elijah Todd ready to kick it back to the Keene Blackbirds. Gets it in the air this time. Down to the 18-yard line where it's caught and taken back up the middle. Out past the 30. Just past the 30. Where Tinnin will bring the offense back to the ball. Colin Tinnin with his second possession here of the first quarter.
Grady Erickson was the returner for the Blackbirds. Cam Santos and Cody Byer, just two of the several Bulldogs that were in on that tackle.
Santos will assume his position back at linebacker here. And await Blackbirds approach to the ball. They break the huddle. And here they come. 4 receivers set. Tight end +2 to the left. Motion man goes right to left. Tinnin takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Trying the outside on the left-hand side. Tries to get the edge. He's ahead for 3 yards, maybe 4. Call it 3 as he's marked at the 34-yard line. 2nd and 7 coming up here.
Yeah, Tinnin deciding to simplify things there, just calling his own number for a sweep left, picking up 3.
Student body left kind of thing. The motion man trying to get out in front, get some blocks. Sent all of his running backs out, try to pick up some yardage, get a little breathing room for Colin Tinnin as he tucked it under his left arm.
Hey, have you noticed that the band is off to the side a little bit?
I did notice that. I was actually looking at it. Unfortunately, the tubas are all the way over there. I won't be able to complain about them at all. 3 receivers set for Tinnin. They're all to the right. Tight end is left. Running back to his right in the backfield. He's in the shotgun, claps his hands, takes the snap. He looks to get out to the right edge. Helton is chasing him down, heaves it downfield. He's got a man behind, but they can't make the connection. It is incomplete. Matthews was back there in coverage. The Blackbird receiver was actually behind Matthews and had a decent chance on the ball. That was number 39, Griffin Yardley, who was the intended receiver.
Yeah, Matthews reached up to try to get his hands on the ball. Really didn't have a good line on it, but Yardley was in a position where he could have made a catch right there. Might have kept going.
Pass is incomplete, so we will see 3rd and 7 instead. 6:33 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0, the Bulldogs ahead. Ball's on the left hash. Tinnin has a 3 receiver set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Back to his right in the backfield. He takes the snap, hands it off. We'll try that right side of the line and close to the first down marker out near the 41.
And they're going to give it to him. They're going to wave the sticks forward. So
Grady Erickson on the carry, and he's got a first down. He's pretty excited about it too.
1st and 10 for the Blackbirds at their own 41.
Actually, that was Jack Gillard, not not Erickson. It's tough to see the 6 versus the 5.
Yeah, those orange numbers on the white background don't really pop that well.
And the old man up here in the booth needs to use the binoculars now, right,
That's
Eric?
right. Hey, I'm always wearing the binoculars.
1st and 10 for the Blackbirds on their own 41. They do move the sticks. Under 6 and counting here in the first quarter. Tinnen back to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers into the boundary. Pushing one back out to the right as they try to get their formation set. Now we have a flag from the back judge. We're going to have a delay of game, 5-yard penalty on the Blackbirds.
Yeah, it did seem like that play took a long time to develop.
It sure did. Too long, in fact, and the flag comes down. They'll march him back 5 yards.
Make this first down a little tougher.
Get some stand tunes by the band here in front of us.
Their Halloween playlist, I think they did Ghostbusters not that long ago.
I like it. I like it. 3 receivers set now for Tinnen. Back to his left in the backfield is Gillard. He takes the snap, hands it off to Gillard. He'll try the left guard. He's wrapped up. Getting back close to the original line of scrimmage as he gets just past the 40-yard line. Looks like it will be 2nd and 10, maybe 11.
I believe it was Matthews with the tackle. He was the one who wrapped Gillard up.
Gain of 4 on the play makes it 2nd and 11.
We'll give him 5 as they mark it at the 41. 2nd and 10 for the Blackbirds. So 2 quick touchdowns, Harry, and now the defense trying to lock down, give their offense another look in this first quarter. Blackbirds skill position players talking through the play. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Gillard to the left of Tinnen in the backfield. He'll take it off the left guard, tries that A-gap on the left side of the line. He's ahead for 2 yards. Tackled there,
Gillard
bringing up a 3rd and 8.
That was Gillard on the carry once again.
So an important 3rd down here for the Blackbird offense. 3rd and long situation. As you were mentioning that first possession, they had done a nice job of keeping positive yardage, ending in that turnover on downs. This time penalized that 5 yards.
Yeah, that put them behind the sticks. Now they're going to be forced to go to the air. We have not seen them complete a pass yet. Let's see what they've got.
3rd and 8. Tinnen has 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gillard to his right in the backfield. Takes the snap, doesn't take the snap. It goes over his left shoulder. It's on the ground. It's scooped up, and they look to get some positive yardage. It's advanced on the coverage. Cam Santos with the fumble recovery and gets it down to the Blackbird 26-yard line.
Cam's having himself a night tonight.
He sure is. You see the snap goes just over the left shoulder.
Now, I don't know why
Timmons
didn't try to land on unless he was pushed away from the ball by Alex Bissonnette. Might have blocked his path to the ball.
Bissonnette did a great job to shield him away from that loose ball on the ground. Santos was there to scoop it up. And now, like we said, quick change situation, and the Bulldogs might try to strike again here early and often on the 26-yard line deep in Blackbird territory. Takes the snap. Matthews looks out to the right. He's got his man in the right flat. It's complete. Ahead for positive yardage. Dylan Belair with the catch down out of bounds, close to the 13-yard line.
Tackle was made by Camden Dooley.
Just a quick out to Belair. He had room on the sideline, able to pick up first down and more. Down to the 13-yard line.
3:43 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 is your score. The Bulldogs ahead of the Keene Blackbirds. Their 3rd possession of the game as they look to capitalize here. 4 receivers set for Matthews. Helton is behind him. Motion man right to left is Zane Beskar. Little toss sweep here to the left for Brody Helton. He gets out to the edge, gets all the way out and into the end zone. Touchdown, Brody Helton, 13-yard scamper to that left side, wide side of the field, and the Bulldogs ahead 19-0 They are very efficient in these offensive possessions. 4 plays on the first one, 1 play on the second one, and now 2 plays on this drive. All 3 ending in touchdowns. This one with a 13-yard Helton touchdown run to the left.
I imagine they're going to go for 2 here to make up for the missed extra point. Second touchdown of the night, by the way, for Helton. A 1-yarder to open the scoring.
They will indeed keep their offense on the field. They have a 2-point play drawn up. 3 receivers stacked to the right side of the line of scrimmage in a bunch. 1 receiver out to the left. Helton goes in motion out to the left side. Matthews will hand it off on the little counter, and it's in. Bryson Durso off the left guard and a little counter trap play. Durso's 2-point conversion is good, and the score is 21-0 with 3:36 to go here in the first quarter.
And the Bulldogs are back on schedule with 21 points. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access thanks to the Bedford Community Television app, available for free download on Apple iOS and Android Play stores. Download the Bedford Community Television app to your phone or tablet today. Enjoy our programming live and on demand anywhere you are, anywhere you've got an internet connection.
See some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got SpongeBob SquarePants. We got a container of milk. We got a bunch of costumes out here tonight. I like the students getting after it, showing a little holiday spirit. Elijah Todd will kick things back to the Blackbirds. They've started on their own 36 and their own 31. See what kind of field position they get here in their 3rd possession. First 2 drives ending in turnovers. The first a turnover on downs, and then the second a snap that went over Colin Tinnan's left shoulder and resulted in a fumble. Little squib kick, almost looked like an onside kick.
Yeah,
it wasn't really designed that way, but taken by the up back at the 35-yard line.
That was Jack Gillard.
Gillard on that coverage will take it and immediately fall to the ground at the 35, where the Blackbirds will start again.
So Keene's had pretty decent drive starts tonight. Unfortunately, just 1 first down in 3. Well, this is the 3rd possession.
Tinnan back to the line of scrimmage, has his team with 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gillard to his right in the backfield. Bulldogs show blitz, and they come with it. And they blow up that run play that was intended for the left side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Helton was first one in there and took Gillard down quickly.
2-yard loss.
Yeah, 2 or 3 yards loss there.
We'll call it 2nd and 12. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs looking to cap off an undefeated season here. Again, they are 7-0 in New Hampshire play, coming in 8-0 overall. Have had quite a season so far. Offensive output has been phenomenal. They've discovered some great options in addition to Matthews and Helton. Blackbirds now with a 4-receiver set, 3 out to the left, 1 to the right. Gillard to the left of Tinnan in the backfield. Takes the snap. We got a flag from the back judge here.
Like delay of game.
Usually that's the delay of game, and that will be another penalty on Keene, 5 yards for that delay.
Not sure what caused them to use up all 40 seconds there. But now they're in a even worse situation, 2nd and 17.
Ball is marked on their own 27-yard line. 28 looks like. They do need to get out past the 45, so that's that 2nd and 17. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tinnan claps his hands, takes the snap, hands it off, and swarmed in the backfield. That was Gillard again on the carry. Tough blocking up front, and Gillard was met with several defenders as soon as he touched the ball.
Yeah, Cody Byer and Connor Flaherty both meeting him.
3rd and 18 now for the Blackbirds. Ball's on their own 32. Looks like the wind is still pretty steady out there as the flag out to our right is waving gently, but consistently.
Hasn't really impacted the passing game for the Bulldogs. Matthews had a couple of beauties today.
Not on that 40-yard gem to Elsmore for the touchdown. Here, Tinnin will take the snap. He drops back, looks to pass. Now he's going to scramble out to the right side. He's got some room, and he's past the 35, close to the 40-yard line, but still 6 yards short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th down for the Blackbirds.
Yeah, Cam Santos again, escorting Tinnin out of bounds. And this time I believe Keene will punt the ball away.
So 4th and 7 as they mark it at the 38-yard line. And indeed, the Keene special teams unit does come on to the field. Looks like that is Braden French ready to kick things. Punted away for the Blackbirds. It
Helton
gets away. Helton over his shoulder, has to back up deep inside Bedford territory, pulls it down, and now he's got some room. He'll make a return. He's out past the 30, close to the 40. We'll see where they mark him, but a decent return after a tough catch by Helton.
Yeah, that was a great punt. One that Helton had a double back for, kind of catch it over the shoulder. Kind of a tricky way to catch a punt, but he was able to pull it in. Matthews was able to spring him with a block, and he wound up getting about 25 yards in return yardage right there.
Braden French there with a decent kick. That's one of those ones on the golf course where you tee it high and let it fly. I think he had some assistance from a pretty strong breeze from our right to left. And let it blow down there deep into Bedford territory. Matthews now with a 4-receiver set. He takes the snap and rolls to his right. Looks out to the right flat. Now he'll dump it. Complete pass near side to Dylan Belair. He steps out of bounds near the 48-yard line, where it will bring up 2nd and 3.
And Matthews, I think Belair was his number 2 choice. He was looking downfield. I'm not sure if he was looking at Besker or Durso, but he wound up settling, checking down to Belair for that gain.
Nice job, too. He had plenty of time to look downfield for some other options. As you said, check down to the outlet, and Belair, sure-handed catch ahead for 8 yards. He'll fake the play here to Helton. Gets out to the left-hand side, scrambles, tries to get it to Durso.
That might be called a fumble.
That was not. It seems like the referee coming in from the backside was calling it incomplete right away.
I'd like to see a replay on that. That might have been a backward pass.
That was borderline for sure, but that official was right there, seemed to be indicating incomplete right away. So that'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Can we get a replay there, Larry? Watch this. Okay, fake handoff.
So he's at the
pass
40.
Is at the 40.
Yeah, that's forward.
Okay.
Harry, you're killing me. No, I'm just kidding. It was close, certainly close. And if it's close, you probably want to pounce on that ball to...
Well, his feet were at the 40, but his arm might have been at the 41.
Either way, it brings up 3rd and 2. Matthews with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap. He'll keep it himself out to the left-hand side. Big blocks out in front of him. He weaves through traffic, and now he comes back to the near side. He's got some room. Down to the 30, the 25, 20.
Turn on the jets.
Down to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Matthews takes it to the house on a 52-yard touchdown run. And the Bulldogs up 27-0 with the extra point to come and a minute left here in the first quarter. Spectacular run on this replay. We see he weaves in and out, great cuts back and away, gets some downfield blocking, and then just outruns everybody to the pylon. Matthews showing that shiftiness and speed and takes it to the house. And now those two are going to be battling each other for that touchdown scoring lead. The extra point. Here it comes. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. It's a low liner.
A little ugly.
It looks good, but it is good. Actually, it doesn't look all that great, but it is good. 28-0 With a minute left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they all count when they go through.
They sure do.
So yeah, the touchdown race with Matthews, he's up to 15. Helton has, if we're counting just rushing yards, Helton had 14, so they were tied there for a bit. Helton does have 2 through the air, which Matthews does not have. It'd be a little hard for the quarterback to have some receiving yardage, although it does happen.
Be doing some Bugs Bunny stuff right there. 28-0 is your score. The Bulldogs very active here in this first quarter. Again, I believe the first possession was 4 plays, the second possession 1 play, third possession 2 plays, and that one there 2 plays?
3 plays.
3
It was
plays.
third down.
Right, fair enough. Third down.
So efficient, that's the word. And we're heading for running clock with one more 7-point score.
I believe the running clock only starts in the second half, though, if I'm not mistaken. So we do have another full quarter of running time, but before that happens, the Bulldogs would need to stretch it out to a 35-point lead. Elijah Todd ready to kick it off. Little squibber up the left-hand side. It's taken by an up back and kneeled down at the 37.
That was Seth Clark for the Keene Blackbirds.
Seth Clark making a sure-handed snag there, going down immediately. And giving the ball back to Keene. Keene in their white road uniforms tonight, orange numbers. The Bulldogs in their home blacks with white numbers.
A Halloween motif.
Sure is. Perfect color way for an evening on Halloween. Tinnon takes a snap. They'll try a jet sweep to the left-hand side, hand it off, and gobbled up behind the line of scrimmage. It looks to be about a 2-yard loss. On the carry was Griffin Yardley. In motion from right to left. They timed the snap, and Tinnon handed it off, but the Bedford defense read it well, and they tackle him back at the 35. A 2-yard loss brings up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, it's really not very easy to beat the Bulldogs to the edge. You know, if you're going to pull a play like that, you've got to be moving. You've got to have some speed, and they just couldn't turn the corner. Not with the Bedford defense in hot pursuit.
Tough linemen holding that edge. The linebackers coming up when appropriate, keeping contained. They did their jobs in that play. 2nd and 12 for the Blackbirds. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tinnon takes the snap, looks out to the right quickly, has his man in the flat. It's complete, and then gobbled up quickly. Cody Byer on the tackle. It'll be another loss. Looks to be about 3 or 4 yards. Marked at the 32. So we talked about those negative yardage plays. There was another one as the first quarter expires. And the Blackbirds will be facing a 3rd and 15.
Liam Logan, by the 32. Way, the receiver on that play for the Blackbirds. We at BCTV and Bedford 105.1 would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. They include Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. Without them, we would not be able to do this.
Yeah, we really do appreciate those underwriters. We're pretty consistent on thanking them throughout the broadcast each and every time, and it really would make it a lot harder for us to bring this out to so many viewers across the town, across the country even, as people are tuning in, loved ones, family members, extended family, etc. So we do really appreciate our underwriters for all that they do.
And we know they're out there because when we mispronounce a player's name, we hear about it.
We sure do. Our apologies always, as you guys see some scores across the bottom line. Portsmouth Oyster River victorious. Alvern over Merrimack at halftime, 28-6. Exeter trailing Memorial 14-6 in the second. Salem 14-7 over Manchester Central. We're getting ready to start the second quarter here. 12 minutes back on the board. Keene facing a 3rd and 15 from their own 32-yard line. 3 receivers set for Tinnon. He has motion left to right. Tinnon takes the snap. He looks to the left. Wide receiver screen. It looks to be incomplete. And again, the Bulldogs probably should pounce on that ball. It looked like it went off the receiver's hands, and very similar to that play we saw with Matthews, it looked like it could have been a backward pass.
And it hung in the air in front of several black shirts. One of them could have grabbed it and headed the other way.
Nobody did. It falls to the turf, incomplete. 4th and 15, and the punting unit comes on as Braden French is 16 deep. Back to receive Helton and Matthews, the punt returners. The snap is back, punted away. It will bounce at the Bedford 41. Helton takes it and brings it to the near side, left-hand side. Gets past the 50-yard line, bowls over some tacklers, and goes out of bounds. A flag thrown late, probably some roughhousing afterwards. Some people getting excited there. Not sure this is the right team that you want to get excited about. You're trailing 28-0 early in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. We'll see where the 1st and 10 is as the flag is adjudicated.
I think it was a retaliation for some pushing and shoving along the sideline here. We'll see which way it goes, though. And Bedford's going to go back, so it looks like it's on the team in black.
Helton returns it. Little stiff arm there.
No.
Takes a hit there as it is out of bounds, and then some chirping afterwards. So Keene will take the personal foul, and it will add 15 to the run back.
Got to tell the officials pointing the wrong way. It looks like he was going to walk out of Bedford, and the official said no, that way.
You know, it's the first play of the second play of the second quarter, so you can understand how there's some confusion there.
Getting a little turned around. Yeah, I can see that.
15-yard penalty marked off, and you can see the officials' jerseys fluttering in the wind. It does look like that wind is picking up just a touch out there. The little poofy feathers on top of the band's hats are consistently moving around, so it's nice to be in this press box, Harry. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, loving it.
3 receivers out to the right. Matthews fakes it to the right, keeps it himself, and cuts it back to the left. He's got a lot of room. 10-5, touchdown Matthews on the keeper. A 27-yard touchdown run for Matthews. And the Bulldogs laying it on, as we were talking about, efficient use of their offensive possession each and every time. This one, a one-play drive, and Matthews with the 6. Extra point ready to be snapped back, held and kicked off as the players line it up. Again, Kraus will do the snapping. Slight pause in the procedure here. I think Elijah Todd could make one from about 50 yards going this direction with this stiff breeze behind him. The snap is back. The hold is down, the kick is up, and he kicks it all the way to Merrimack. It looks good, it is good, 35-0. The Bulldogs ahead with 11:37 left before halftime.
More playoff action coming up on BCTV and Bedford 105.1 Radio on Tuesday, November 4th, 6:15 p.m. Girls soccer semifinal. Girls come in as the number 4 seed. They're going to host number 8 Winnacunnet here at Bedford High Stadium. That is an NHFS exclusive video game, so you'll have to watch the replay on delay on BCTV. However, we'll have a call for you on Bedford 105.1 Radio if you want to hear what's going on live.
I see a few little sprinkles on the window here.
Starting to come down. A little bit of a drizzle.
So the weather playing a little bit of a factor here with the stronger breeze, a little drizzle.
Bulldogs comfortably ahead, and I think you're going to start seeing some more bench players coming out. Maybe a little bit of Parker Boscheman maybe in the second half.
We will see what Coach Matthews has in store to get some other players some time out here. In the meantime, Elijah Todd is ready to kick it back to the Blackbirds. We have switched ends, so we might see a touchback here from Elijah Todd as he swings it through. He boots it deep. It is close to the goal line, taken right at the goal line by the Blackbirds and brought out. Past the 20, past the 25, some missed tackles, and he gets it out to the 27. 26 on the return, Grady Erickson, as the ball is spotted at the 27-yard line for the Blackbirds.
Yeah, good effort there by Erickson. He broke a tackle, gained a few extra yards, although ironically, despite that good return, it's the least field position they've had all day. Those squib kicks are giving them the ball between the 30 and 40-yard line. Now they've got to start at the 27.
They do start at the 27. 35-0 is the score. The Bedford Bulldogs ahead of the Keene Blackbirds, as the Blackbirds will have their first possession here of the second quarter. Two receivers to the right into the boundary for Tinnen. One receiver split out to the left. Wing to the left-hand side. They'll try the jet sweep to the left-hand side. 2-yard carry there.
Griffin Yardley carrying the ball.
Yardley doing a nice job to get forward for positive yardage. 2nd and 8 coming up. $11 minutes and ticking here before halftime. 35-0, the Bulldogs up big early. 3 receivers set out to the right for the Blackbirds. Tinnen will take the snap. Hands it off. Up the middle. Right guard brings it close to the 35, but no further. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Blackbird offense.
Jack Gillard with the ball carry.
Gillard trying to do what he can, getting the majority of the carries so far. Limited success for the Blackbird offense, though. Their possessions have ended in a turn it over on downs, a fumble, and 2 punts. This Bedford defense is doing what they can to prevent much yardage whatsoever. 3 receivers to the right for Tinnen now. Tight end is left. Takes the snap, hands it to Gillard. Takes it off the right guard. That'll be really close to first down yardage. They might be just a touch shy.
Brennan Krause
to get to the 42.
I thought he got it.
They did. They moved the sticks without a measure. 37-yard line gives the Keene Blackbirds a first down. They are keeping it on the ground, so the clock continues to roll, approaching 9.5 to go here before halftime.
Just the second first down of the night for the Blackbirds.
Tinnen has 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gillard to his left in the backfield. Bedford shows blitz and they come strong. Gillard gets by them, breaks through a couple of tacklers, then takes a hit from that backside. He's out to the 45-yard line and a 8-yard gain for Gillard.
Yeah, Cody Byer came in and finished him off with a statement tackle right there. But boy, Gillard's starting to feel it. He's really moving the ball well.
We saw it as the Bulldog linebackers crept up to that line of scrimmage and came hard, but unfortunately they ran past the ball carrier, so Byer came back from that offside linebacker position, delivered a pop too on that tackle, as Gillard went down pretty hard. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 right for Tinnen. Tinnen takes the snap, looks to the right, coming. Now back to the left. Blitzing heavy, and he's going to get sacked way back. 3 and 4 defenders were ready to take him down, and he's going to take a heavy loss here. Back forward progress is going to have him at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, I think
so. Big loss there for the Blackbirds.
How many yards did they lose right there?
Several.
15?
It was, I think, about
20?
14 yards, as it's marked on the 31. I think they had it as a 2nd and 2, an 8-yard carry on the previous play for Gillard.
Yeah, that was a jailbreak of blitz there, and Tinnen had nowhere to run.
You know, it has to make you wonder if they were trying to set up a center screen or a wide receiver screen, and in many of those cases you pause for a second on those D linemen and then let them come through, but you can't let them come through so easily and so quickly, and there were 4 in the face for Tinnen right away. Tinnen now Three receivers left, one right, takes the snap, looks to the right, pulls it down. He's going to get sacked again, this time by Bissonnette. Drags him down back near the 25-yard line, and this Blackbird offense is going the wrong direction.
It's not an official stat. I haven't been keeping exact numbers, but I believe Keene has run more offensive plays than Bedford.
Geez, that might actually be accurate. Wow, something to think about there. 4th and 22 for the Blackbirds. They will punt it away. Braden French 16 deep. Matthews and Helton back to receive. He's kicking it into that stiff breeze. A low liner bounces down into Bedford territory, but not too deeply as it trickles out of bounds on the Bedford 44-yard line.
It's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 online. Just go to our website, bedford1051.com, for the stream link. We also stream on apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. Or if you have an Alexa-enabled device, just say, Alexa, play Bedford 105.1.
So the Bulldogs will have another possession here. Starting on their own 44-yard line. Already 35-0 is your score. Touchdowns by Helton with 2, Matthews with 2, and Elsmore with 1 on a 40-yard bomb. Motion left to right, they give to Helton. He goes to the left side, now cuts it back into the middle. 3 tacklers will bring him down, but he does get into Keene territory. They mark him at the 48, perhaps the 47. 9-yard carry for Helton. 2nd and 1 coming up. We can expect a lot of carries here, I would guess, out of Coach Matthews, trying to keep that clock running. As it ticks down close to the 6-minute mark here before halftime.
I'll keep an eye out, too, see how many substitutions we get here for the Bulldogs.
Not many so far. Matthews takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Pitches it out to the right side for Durso. Makes a man miss. Has a first down and gets out of bounds near the 33-yard line. First down for the Bulldogs.
Durso wide open on that pass to the flat. He had one man to beat, and he put a deke on him that just sprung him free. That was really sweet.
Make a man miss, and you get into that backfield of the defense, trying to get those cornerbacks and safeties to tackle you. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're at the 33-yard line in Keene territory. Matthews hands it off to Helton, breaks the tackle, cuts it back into the defensive backfield, and he's off to the races. Down to the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Helton. His 3rd on the day. And the Bulldogs go up 41-0 with the extra point to come.
You know, the power, the speed, and the vision of Helton are just too much. Once he's loose in your defensive backfield, there's almost nothing you can do. He cuts inside, cuts again, cuts against that back, and off he goes. Now he cuts one more inside. He's got the defenders running off balance, and he just takes advantage of that and cuts in the opposite direction.
And the big part of it is that it's unpredictable. In many cases, you might see that running back continue towards the left pylon. So many cuts makes him elusive and very difficult to bring down. The snap is back on the extra point. The kick is up, and it's no good. A liner to the left-hand side. Looked awkward off the foot, and it is no good. It stays 41-0. 5:44 to go in this first half. The Bulldogs absolutely rolling.
As the PA announcers congratulating the field hockey team for their 2-0 win over Londonderry. Want to remind you that they are in the finals on tomorrow, 7 p.m. against the #1 field hockey team in the state, Keene Blackbirds. And that game, we're going to have the call for you live on Bedford 105.1 radio, and we'll be filming it for delayed broadcast on BCTV.
Assuming the rest of the game is rather predictable at this point with a 41-0 lead, the Bulldogs will go undefeated in the regular season, would have the #1 seed going into the playoffs and would likely get that first round bye. So they would have the week off next week. Quarterfinals would be on Friday evening, the 14th at 7 p.m. So we won't get ahead of ourselves too much, but pretty safe to say that the Bulldogs will be playing that Friday evening.
Well, the Bulldogs are starting a new winning streak. Remember, they had a 22-game winning streak broken by Pinkerton Academy in the playoffs last year.
Kickoff down to the 5-yard line. These coverage players trying to deliver some blows as they make a tackle. It's brought back out to the 22-yard line.
And I've yet to see the Astros play a game, so I really can't say what they bring. But the sense is that we're heading for a Pinkerton-Bedford rematch, maybe in the final. But the wild card could be the Memorial Crusaders, who are having a fantastic year.
And Memorial was the team that knocked off the undefeated season for the Astros just last week. So absolutely having a great season and taking down some of the perennial powerhouses in New Hampshire football. Saw some scores below there. Pinkerton was up in the second quarter. Keene will be back on the offense here. Tinnan takes the snap, tries the left-hand side, can't get the edge. We'll get back maybe to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Yeah, once again, trying to get to the edge is a losing proposition with the speed of this Bedford defense. They just cover too much of the field with that speed.
Starting to see some of these substitution players coming in, as looks like we'll have Parker Boscheman in the defensive backfield. See Kellen McGinnis out there, the senior, getting some time as well. Elijah Todd's going to be playing some D-back on this near side. So a few of those fresh faces that we don't normally see at these positions.
2nd and 10 coming up here.
4 receivers set for Colin Tinnan. Gillard to his left will take the handoff, try it up the middle. Doesn't get far. Back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 upcoming for the Blackbirds.
So Kraus at the tackle on the carry by Erickson. 1 yard gain, 3rd and 9 coming up on the 4-minute mark of the half.
Defensive front 4 doing a marvelous job. We see Tyree Seeley in there as well, getting some time for the senior on senior night. Big number 63 playing a little D tackle here. Kraus has been such a stalwart on that defensive line all year, as well as the offensive line, and taking care of the snapping duties. Captain having a great season. Pass complete here. Blackbirds will have a first down as it was completed out to Griffin Yardley. And the Blackbirds have a first down, tackled by Cody Byer.
First down number 3 for Keene. I don't think Bedford has many more than 3 either.
I'm not sure they have any.
No, I think they have 1 or 2 for sure.
That's fair. Blackbirds back to the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers set, 2 right, 2 left. Motion from right to left. They'll hand it off and try the jet sweep to the left-hand side, Griffin Yardley. Again, these Bedford Bulldog defenders holding the edge quite well. He'll lose a yard on the carry. 2nd and 11 upcoming.
Yeah, I wanted to mention Yardley was the receiver on that first down catch.
See Jack Tamilevich coming in on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach Matthews slowly swapping out starters for bench players, giving them a little playing time here. They got almost half a game to go here.
We see the wind picking up. Some extra balls and hand warmers are floating onto the field on the near side. Snap. Ball is on the ground. Not a clean handoff, so we'll see who comes up with that one.
Looks like Keene retains possession.
They do. as Grady Erickson, I believe, was able to cover it. See, just not a clean handoff there, and Erickson just chased it up the field.
Yeah, he's lucky he got it.
He sure is.
Landed on it. There were two Bulldogs ready to pounce on it.
I mean, that ball went forward about 6 or 7 yards, too, so it was kind of an awkward roll there, but not for Erickson as it went right into his line of travel. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Blackbirds. 1:40 to go in this first half. Tinnin has a 4-receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Motion man left to right, he'll hand it off up the middle. Close to first down yardage again. Erickson on the carry.
So Keene having a better time of it here against the Bedford subs. Another first down, their 4th.
Ball is marked at their own 45-yard line. We are getting some good gusts here, as you'll see a couple of leaves traveling by on our camera footage here and there. Not quite the Wizard of Oz, but pretty close. Snap. Tinnin will take it out to the right, trying to get the edge. Evades the first tackler, but then takes a stick on that second contact. Tamilevich in on the tackle, as well as Brennan Krause.
Yeah, Krause still one of the starters in there.
They give him 2 yards out to the 47-yard line. So we'll call it 2nd and 8.
Clock ticking down to 30 seconds. The Bedford band will be performing at halftime if you're watching on BCTV. Stay tuned for that.
Likely the last play of the half here. Again, the Bulldogs ahead 41-0 just before halftime. Tinnin in the shotgun, claps his hands, takes the snap, looks to the right, now back to the left. He evades an incoming defender, throws it up, and it flutters there in the wind, but it is incomplete. So we'll stop the clock, and we will get at least one more play here in this first half.
Now, Jack Tamulevich was eyeing that ball for an interception, but the wind actually knocked it down. That's how strong the wind is today.
It sure did. We thought it might travel into his hands. Tamulevich lining it up, was excited to get his paws on that ball and potentially make a return, but as you mentioned, it definitely held up and paused. Basically, the wind pulled it right out of the air, so it falls incomplete. 3rd and 8 for the Blackbirds. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right for Colin Tinnin. Tinnin takes the snap. Handoff to the left-hand side. Erickson out past the 50 into Bedford territory, and that'll do it for the first half. 3 zeros on the scoreboard. The Bulldogs ahead 41-0 on touchdowns by Helton, then Elsmore, then Helton again, Matthews twice, and then Helton for the 3rd time on the day. The Bulldogs will take a big lead into halftime, get some substitution players in the second half, and we'll enjoy running time throughout the 3rd and 4th quarters. We'll take a break. Please enjoy the Bedford Marching Band and Color Guard at halftime, and we'll join you on the other side for second half action here from Bedford High School.
And on Bedford 105 Radio, we'll take a quick break, play some tunes, and we'll be right back with the second half.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or CopperDoor.com.
And welcome back to Bedford High Stadium. Second half action about to begin here as the Bulldogs pretty much in control, 41-0. We'll be in run time for the second half, and what we've seen already start in the first half, a lot of second and third stringers for the Bulldogs coming out and getting some playing time here in this senior night. Final regular season game here at home. Playoffs about to begin.
We talked about it through that first half. The Bedford offense being very efficient with their possessions. 2, 3, and 4 play drives ending in touchdowns. They're ahead 41-0. Scoring opened with Helton on a 1-yard touchdown run set up by him on a big play here. You can see the second one from scrimmage brought it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Highlights throughout that first half as the Bulldog offense again just doing what they wanted. Helton with that 1-yard touchdown run, there it is. Elsmore, a 40-yard bomb. You're going to see it coming up here in a few minutes. Second possession, 13-0, and then Helton, a 13-yard touchdown run, put it out to 21-0. Matthews on a 52-yard run, put it at 28-0. Matthews followed it up quickly with a 27-yard run. And then Helton with a 33-yard touchdown run. Here's the toss sweep for Helton out to that left-hand side on that 13-yard run. Again, the Bulldogs offense just unstoppable this evening. The Blackbirds having a tough time bringing them down. Tough time with schemes, tough time with tackling. And here's that Matthews 52-yarder. Getting some blocks, getting some great cutbacks, and then showing the speed. Harry, any thoughts from that first half and what we might expect here in the second?
Well, it's been a mismatch for sure. I mean, we thought that you never like to, as they say, look past an opponent, but it was pretty obvious from the get-go that this was going to go this way. Bedford just too good. Keene just is not at the same level as the Bulldogs. And like I said earlier, Coach wanted the opportunity to play some of his backups, and he's going to do that tonight. As we go into the second half here, I'll bet we'll see all the starters sit down, although some of the JV players who have a game tomorrow at 8 in the morning will be held out because they need to be fresh for their contest.
So we will start things off here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs won the toss. They chose to receive, so they will kick it away for the Keene Blackbirds. The Blackbirds having trouble with their offense. They turned it over on downs in their first possession. They fumbled it on a snap over the left shoulder of quarterback Colin Tinnen on that second possession, and then punted 3 possessions in a row. They ended the half with the ball, but struggling to make any positive yardage there against this stout Bedford defense.
Their best drive was that final drive that ended the half, and that was against some of the Bedford backups. So expect to see a little bit more success here for the Blackbirds. Keeping an eye on some of the other scores around New Hampshire. This is the day that the teams that are going to make the final cut for the tournament make it. There's the kickoff.
Taken out the 15-yard line by Keene and taken out past the 40, close to the 45-yard line. Nice return there by Griffin Yardley, making some good positive yardage on that kick return.
Best yard field position start for Keene. Anyway, as I was mentioning, some of the teams that are trying to fight for those final possessions, Salem winning their game, so they're in. Manchester Central needs to win today. I'm not sure if they're ahead or not. Merrimack losing. They needed a game. They're right on the bubble there. They have 4 wins.
There you see Central. They trail in the third quarter by a touchdown.
As Roger Brown wrote in Union Leader today, it's going to probably take 4 wins to make the final tournament. Remember, 13 teams get in from Division I.
Tinnen with 3 receivers out to the right. He'll hand it off up the middle. Tackled pretty quickly and wrapped up as Beskar.
As they say, Bedford came up with the ball there.
The officials aren't making any motion right now, but the Blackbird offense has run off the field. And they're going to call second down here. So
that's really strange. Okay.
Very strange.
I mean, the players
over there
knew it was a fumble. The officials didn't know.
Wow, that was a really awkward play right there.
And it took away a turnover from Paul Gaudreau.
And here's what's...
I'm sorry, not called Tyrese Seeley. He was the one who came up the ball.
Really telling was half of the Blackbird offense had run off the field. I think they were convinced it was a turnover too. 2nd and 9 on a strange play here on Halloween. Tinnen will take the snap. Hand it off up the middle. That's Jack Gillard on the carry. He gets out close to midfield. It'll be 3rd and 5 on a very awkward play there. I don't know if we can see that replay if we have it, but I think the running back felt like he had fumbled it. Half the offensive linemen had run off the field, convinced it was a turnover, and the officials, I believe, just missed it. So
here we go.
Here it is. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Andrew Fenn back in the studio providing some support there.
That was the last run.
Last play there.
That wasn't the one that was the fumble.
Tinnen will take the snap. He'll carry out to the left-hand side, tries to get the edge. He sees a little bit of an opening, caught near the line of scrimmage, and then dragged out of bounds after a 3-yard gain into Bedford territory at the 47. He'll be marked out of bounds. 4th and short. Look like it'll be 4th and 2 as they need to get to the Bedford 45-yard line.
And Elijah Todd with the tackle there. So are we seeing this, the fumble here,
I
Andrew?
believe so, yeah. This looks like it was the fumble here, as it was first down at the 45-yard line. So there's the snap, the handoff. That ball squirts free, and I think the officials just missed it. That's all right, though. So the Bulldogs here will try to defend, try to get a turnover on downs. It's 4th and 2. Tinnen takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Plenty of yardage for the first down, spinning out of a tackler and down to the Bedford 37-yard line.
Into Bedford
Gillard
territory for the first
carry.
time. Sorry about that.
No worries. Tyrese Seeley on the tackle. Several yards deep into the Bedford defensive backfield. So the Blackbirds with a first down on the Bulldogs 37. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They trail 41-0, which was your halftime score. Tinnen, little hard count there, takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. They try that right side A gap. Ahead for 2 yards to the 35-yard line.
Tackled by Tyrese Seeley. Seeing some playing time here on senior night.
Senior getting in on several plays here. Nice job by Seeley to make an impact here with some playing time. So Tinnen, 2nd and 8, 3 receivers set. Gillard to his left, he'll hand it off to Gillard. Tries that left side of the line. Ahead for a yard. Let's mark it at the 34-yard line.
Cody Byer in there for the tackle.
3rd and 7 coming up here for the Keene Blackbirds. Tinnen really has been guiding these Blackbird offensive players pretty well. He had one mishap in that first half with that ball getting snapped high over his left shoulder, causing the fumble. Otherwise doing a commendable job and eating the ball when he needed to take a sack. A couple different times late in that first half. He'll take the snap here. Jet sweep to the right-hand side. It's Griffin Yardley, gets the edge, close to the 25. He's very close to first down yardage. I believe he'll have it as he gets down to the 26-yard line, and they move the chains ahead. Another first down for the Keene Blackbirds.
And Teddy LaPointe making the tackle.
6 minutes and running here in the third quarter. We were seeing some of those scores scroll across the bottom here as Pinkerton was taking on Nashua South this evening. It was a tight one. Pinkerton was up. We'll see a couple more here scrolling across the bottom as, Harry, you were mentioning teams trying to sort their way through
Portsmouth
the seeding
Oyster River
process.
was one that needed to win to get in. It looks like they made it.
Tinnen with 3 receivers out to the left, takes the snap, looks over the middle, pulls it down, scrambles to the left, now delivers it deep over the middle. Ball gets batted and intercepted. Back at the Bedford 16-yard line, it's picked off.
Parker Boscheman.
Boscheman comes up with the interception.
And the assist goes to Teddy LaPointe, who tipped the ball into the air, right into Boscheman's hands.
See here, LaPointe coming up, defending that nicely. at that moment it arrived, actually that was number 34, Kellen McGinnis, getting in there and getting a hand. So Boschman with the interception. We'll see.
Yeah, I think he gets to stay out there and play quarterback now.
I was just about to say, we'll see if he gets to guide the Bedford offense from now on.
So the backup defense still pitching a shutout here. I'm sure that's something they'd like to do. Keep the 0 on the scoreboard on the Keene side. About 8 minutes of this quarter already burned off by that Keene drive. Now Bedford takes over, about 4 minutes to go.
The Southpaw will stay in at quarterback. Coach Matthews will take a timeout as there were some personnel issues getting into the huddle and didn't want to take a 5-yard penalty relatively deep in his own territory. So timeout Bedford, 4:19 to go here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs lead 41-0 over the visiting Blackbirds.
Don't forget, football playoffs will begin for Bedford in 2 weeks. They play on November 14th, 7 p.m. against an opponent to be determined. They have a bye going into the tournament. But tomorrow night, 7 p.m., it is the Field Hockey D1 Championship played right here at Bedford High Stadium between number 1 seed Keene, number 2 seed Bedford. That game, the video, of course, live on the NFHS network. BCTV will be here to tape the contest for a delayed broadcast in a day or two. But we will have the call of the game live on Bedford 105.1 radio at 7 p.m.
Bulldogs break the huddle. They send 3 receivers out to the left side. The tight end is right. Cody Byer to the right of Parker Boschman in the backfield. Boschman takes the snap, hands it off to Byer. He'll take it off the left-hand side of the line. Breaks a tackle or two, spins away from another. He's out past the 20-yard line for a 5-yard carry. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Seeing a lot of different numbers out there. Dylan Belair is out there, as well as LaPointe.
Jacoby DeJesus is out there in the offensive huddle.
Paul Gaudreau. Zane Besker is still out there.
So the sophomore Cody Byer will be behind Boschman. 4 receivers set for Boschman. Sends motion right to left. Byer will take the toss sweep to the left-hand side. Out past the 20, near the original line of scrimmage. They might give him a yard on the carry.
Mason Ward was the initial tackler for Keene.
3rd and 4 coming up, as the Bulldogs need to get out past the 26-yard line for a first down.
I wonder if they'll let Parker put it up in the air.
Boschman, 6'4", 210 on the roster. The lefty can deliver a ball. He's got 4 receivers set here. Motion LaPointe left to right. Jet sweep for LaPointe out to the right-hand side. Tries to get the edge, does, and has first down yardage out to the 27-yard line, close to the 28. Either way, it's a first down for the Bulldogs, and this second unit is able to move the chains.
Yeah, good call there. Keep the offense on the field, using some of that lateral speed to get to the edge.
Boschman, known for his speed. LaPointe on the carry, known for his speed. Not the tallest fella at 5'7", 150, but can really motor. Boschman takes the snap. He'll hand it off again. Coming to the near side, getting the edge, delivering a blow at the end there. That's number 40. We don't have a number 40 on our roster, unfortunately.
One of the JV players, I will assume. Getting a little extra work, considering that they're playing in about 11 and a half hours.
The Bulldogs move the sticks on that carry out to the 38-yard line. 1:30 to go here in this third quarter. The Bulldogs ahead 41-0 in run time. Boschman. 3 receivers out left, tight is right. Back to his left in the backfield. They'll fake it to the right on the jet sweep. Boschman keeps it himself. Goes to the left side of the line. He gets wrapped up. Ahead for 2 yards to the 40-yard line, 2nd and 8 coming up. Before that field hockey championship tomorrow evening at 7 p.m., the boys soccer team will have their quarterfinal game against the Londonderry Lancers. BCTV will bring you that as we air at kickoff at noon. Come on down to the stadium. If the wind is still blowing, maybe stay at home and watch on TV. Inside a minute to go here in this third quarter.
I believe number 40 is a freshman, Reed Olajars.
All right. Get some, Reed. 3 receivers out to the right, tight as left. Olajars will take it to the left-hand side, deliver a blow at the end of his run. And the sideline goes crazy. They're excited. Some flags come in late. Possibly some unsportsmanlike, unnecessary roughness. He was pretty excited at the tail end. Gets a little talking to from the official, but flags come in. We'll see what happens. Perhaps a late hit out of bounds. It is a late hit.
What it is.
Out of bounds. So 15 additional yards on the end of that run. It was marked out right near midfield, maybe at the Keene 49, but it will be an additional 15 in the positive for the Bulldogs. See that dead ball personal foul indicated by the official.
Only 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll see if the clock starts once they spot the ball. This may not even run a snap here before the end of the quarter.
It's marked at the 35-yard line in Keene territory. Marched it off. Under 15 seconds, we'll see if they do snap it. As Boschman looks to the side, I think he has little interest in running a play here inside 5 seconds, then they'll just let it run out. So 41-0 after 3, the Bulldogs ahead. They've been cruising since the opening possession, and we'll end the fourth quarter with that, end the third quarter with that score. Put 12 minutes back on the board and head into the fourth.
We at BCTV and Bedford 105.1 Radio would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. They include Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. Thank you for your support.
All great local businesses and establishments. We really appreciate what they do for us, facilitating these broadcasts throughout the fall season.
Yes, and if you ever do walk into any of these establishments or deal with them on a phone, just say, hey, we saw you on Bedford TV.
Fantastic. So 41-0, the Bulldogs benefiting from a late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty. They'll have a 1st and 10 on the Keene 35. The ball is marked on the left hash. See more scores across the bottom line. Bishop Girton ahead of Winnicunnet, 21-7. Pinkerton still holds a 14-7 lead over South. Concord a 28-7 lead over Timberlane in the third.
Those are two teams that are fighting for a playoff spot, Timberlane and Concord.
4 receivers set here for Parker Boschman. Olajars to his right in the backfield. He's 5 yards deep in the shotgun. They'll wait a second as they reset the chains. 12 minutes back on the board, and we'll start the fourth quarter again with running time. Slot right, slot left. Boschman. I'd be surprised if he doesn't hand it off to Olajars. And I'm surprised. He hands it to Teddy Lapointe. He goes around the right edge on the jet sweep, weaves in and out of traffic, and now carries several tacklers down to the 20-yard line. Nice job keeping his feet going was Teddy Lapointe.
Lapointe made a really good cut inside that sprung him for a few extra yards right there. He was facing off against Mason Ward, ready to bring him down. He cut to the inside, and Ward didn't have the leverage on him, and he wound up picking up at least 10 more yards.
15-yard gain for Lapointe. All marked right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. It'd be really nice to see this unit get a touchdown on the board as well. Boschman has 3 receivers out to the left. Tight right is Beskar. Running back to the right of Boschman looks to be Kellen McGinnis. It is McGinnis. They hand it to him. He takes it up the middle. He's ahead for 1, maybe 2 yards. Mason Ward on the tackle for the Blackbirds. Just a 1-yard gain for McGinnis. 2nd and 9 coming up for Boschman in this Bedford offense.
Jack Tamulevich coming in for Besker in the tight end position.
Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage, send 3 receivers out to the right. Tamulevich to the left in that tight end spot. McGinnis to the left of Boschman. Takes the handoff, gives it to LaPointe. Out to the left-hand side, now cuts it all the way back. LaPointe, touchdown. 19-yard touchdown run. Teddy LaPointe, quick little fella, takes it out to the left-hand side and cuts it all the way back. And Teddy LaPointe on the touchdown. They almost missed the handoff there from the start, as we see on the replay, and a nice break of a tackle there, cuts it all the way back and gets in for 6. Nice job by Teddy LaPointe, putting more points on the board for this Bedford offense.
Now, do they have a backup kicker that they would try here, or is it going to be Todd?
I think they're going to go for 2 to make it 48. They keep the offense on. And they will. Boschman has McGinnis behind him in the backfield. The 4 receiver set, left to right motion. Boschman takes the snap, a high snap, toss sweep to the right-hand side. McGinnis trying to get the edge. He's right at the pylon, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is good. Nice job by Kellen McGinnis getting right to that near side pylon. And a great drive there by the Bedford Bulldogs' second offense. That possession started all the way back on their own 16-yard line.
And McGinnis had a lot of Blackbirds to outrun there. He did pick up a great block from LaPointe that bought him a little bit of time, but he had to really race to that corner to get that 2-point conversion.
49-0 is the score after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. 9:57 to go in this game. The Bulldogs have been rolling since the opening kickoff. They will advance to 8-0 on the season, 9-0 overall. Blackbirds have struggled. They won their first game against Goffstown at home and then have not won a game since early season. Just overmatched here tonight. The Bulldogs offense just so efficient. Very quick plays, looking for quick strikes after turnovers. And
they really didn't waste any time trying to get points on the board.
And
they took the ball. They took the ball in the opening with the winning the flip.
They sure did. I really have to compliment that second unit too. Just did a nice job of running right, running left, getting some blocks up front, putting together a solid, sustained drive. Again, starting all the way back on their own 16-yard line in the third quarter. Kick here up the middle. Taken by Keene inside their own 20, brought out to the 35 and no further.
I had asked about a backup kicker. Apparently it's Saad Babar, number 87, with the kickoff duties.
Good job by Babar to get that pretty deep in Keene territory into a rather strong breeze this evening. We did see a few sprinkles coming down throughout the second quarter here and there. And then again at halftime, luckily it is not picked up by any means. So Harry, this team goes into a bye week. You're Coach Matthews, and you talked to him a little bit about it. Strategy of resting some certain players, getting after a few new looks, game planning for 2 potential opponents, but also catching up on schoolwork. What other things are you thinking about in that halftime if you're Coach Matthews?
Yeah, definitely, giving the team a chance to rest, to reset themselves mentally, physically. I mean, nine weeks of football, 9 weeks of battering your body. A week off probably seems like a really great idea. Give the team a chance to kind of reset and come in fresh for a chance to perhaps win back the state title. They won the last 2 prior to Pinkerton beating them and winning the state title last year. So, there's a mission here to get back on the horse here and take back what was theirs.
Absolutely.
Start a new winning streak. They had a 22 or 23 game winning streak broken by the Astros.
I would be really surprised if they get the entire week off. Perhaps an extra day or 2 here and there to rest bumps and bruises. But I'm sure they'll be studying film, maybe doing a couple extra walkthroughs. Definitely not doing full contact practices, I imagine.
Grady Erickson getting shoved back there by Babar, playing linebacker.
1 yard gain will bring up a 3rd and 7. Ball's on their own 38-yard line.
I'm sure the Bedford offense would like to get another crack at putting some points up.
We're getting an update here on the roster. That was actually Freddie Malnar, number 40, that was doing some running for the Bulldogs. They have apparently changed his number from 28, so thank you to the folks here in the booth for helping with the update. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left for Tinnan. He takes the snap. It goes out to the right-hand side, looking back over the middle, way back across the formation, almost picked off as the safety read it very well. Couldn't come up with the pick. That was Kellen McGinnis stepping in and getting 2 hands on it, but it slipped through the gloves, incomplete.
The angle of his hand, he looked like he was trying to knock it away. It didn't really look like he was trying to catch it, but the reaction was, I think he was trying to catch it.
Incomplete. 4th and 7 for the Blackbirds. Braden French on to kick this away. So that second offensive unit will have another opportunity. The Bulldogs ahead 49-0, 6 minutes to go here in this game. Running time. Punt is away. Wind
Nobody's
behind
back.
him. French gets a very nice bounce inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Great punt there by Braden French. Again, same strategy with that gusting wind behind him. Tee it high, let it fly. All the way down to the 5-yard line inside Bedford territory.
Just more yardage for the Bedford second string offense to overcome here. They got a 95-yard drive to get into the end zone here with 5:29 to go. Clock is running.
Well, are you anticipating a 2-minute drill here, Harry? I mean, that wouldn't be very nice.
Nah.
5:20 to go. 49-0, the Bulldogs ahead over the visiting Keene Blackbirds. They will finish this season unbeaten.
Or one win and 9 losses? No, what?
I'm talking about the Bulldogs.
Not Matt. Yeah. Bedford will be 1. Keene will be 1-8.
Yes, that's true. Boschman looks to the sideline. Looks like he is missing a player.
And Liam Shannon late to the party.
They break the huddle. They get to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to hustle before they get a delay of game penalty here. Boschman gets people lined up. Trips bunch to the left-hand side. 1 split to the right. Hand is in the air by the back judge. Boschman takes the snap, gets it off. No penalty for delay of game. Hands it off to the left-hand side.
Malnar.
And that's Malnar again, Freddie Malnar, sophomore running back. Excuse me, I think he's he's a junior. Apologies on that as we're working through some roster challenges. Again, Malnar has changed his number from what we have here in the booth. He gets a 3-yard carry, maybe 4. Call it 2nd and 6. 3 receivers bunched to the right side of the line of scrimmage for Boscheman. 1 split out to the left. He's in the shotgun. Malnar behind him. Hands it off. Out past the 10-yard line to the 11. 2 yards on the carry brings up 3rd and 4.
Mason Ward was the lead tackler there for Keene.
So this wind, although not a huge factor for the offense, has definitely played a part in the special teams play, flipping the field on a couple of different punt opportunities for Braden French. This one downed all the way back at the 5-yard line. Covered nicely by the Keene Blackbirds. Boscheman, 3rd and 4. 4 receivers set. Takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left. Deliver it out to left flat. Off his receiver's hands. Incomplete. Couldn't quite make the snag out there on that left side. I believe it was Elijah Todd.
Yes, it was. Number 9.
That brings up 4th and 4. The Bulldogs will send on their punt unit. As they will come and bring the special teams coverage unit. They'll be punting out of their own end zone.
They'll be punting into the wind here too.
This is Liam Shannon that will punt it away for the Bulldogs.
Players getting out there late still. I guess players who don't get to play a whole lot, they'll react quickly when their number's called.
That's Teddy LaPointe that will snap it back. Touchdown scorer just in the last possession. Running some time off this clock, likely waiting for the back judge to raise that hand. It is in the air.
Better hurry. Nope.
And I think they'll take a timeout. Coach Matthews saw the back judge counting off the last couple seconds in the play clock, so he'll take a timeout, talk to the special teams unit. With 1:39 to go in the game and a 49-0 lead for the Bedford Bulldogs.
Quick recap of the scoring. Opened up at the 10:09 mark of the first quarter. Helton, a 1-yard run. Extra point good, 7-0 Bedford. Very next possession, first play, a 40-yard touchdown throw to Landon Elsmore. Extra point no good, 13-0 Bedford. That was at 7:50. At 3:36, Helton with a 13-yard run. They did a 2-point conversion with Bryson Durso, 21-0. Then with a minute left in the first quarter, Matthews with a gorgeous 52-yard scramble touchdown run, extra point good, 28-0 after the first quarter. Matthews again, 27-yard run at the 11:37 mark with the extra point, 35-0. Then at the 5:44 mark was Helton with a 33-yard run, extra point no good, 41-0 at the half. Then in the fourth quarter, it was Teddy LaPointe with a 19-yard run for a touchdown, and McGinnis with the 2-point conversion. And that's where we stand right now, 49-0.
Liam Shannon ready to punt it out of his own end zone. He's standing about a yard deep, letting some time run off that clock again. Of the play clock as we get down towards a minute to play. Snap is high. Shannon does a good job of grabbing it, but shanks the punt a little bit off to the right-hand side. It bounces in favor of Keene, and it'll be downed just outside of the 20-yard line. So a tough one there as he was trying to kick into a stiff breeze, and it certainly affected things there on that special teams play.
Well, it looks like Keene might have one shot at the end zone here. There's 55 seconds to play. The clock is ticking away. So maybe one play or two. Try to get on the board here. I wonder how their field goal kicker is.
Ball is marked at the Bedford 21, so certainly a golden opportunity for the Blackbirds to put some points on the board, whether it is into the end zone or through the uprights, but we do tick inside 30 seconds to play in this game.
Once more, we'd like to thank our underwriters for their support: Primary Bank, Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door.
Colin Tennant, under center, looks like he's going to kneel it down. Takes the snap, kneels it down, and that'll do it. We do want to thank our BCTV crew. Harry, Bill has been up there on camera all evening.
Freezing up there.
I think he has 46 layers on just to make sure that he doesn't get frostbite. So
hand
we appreciate
warmers,
Bill
butt warmers.
being in the cold. Andrew Fenn back in the studio as technical director and executive producer. Harry, any closing thoughts here before we wrap it up?
It's been an exciting season for the Bulldogs, and I'm pretty excited to see what they can do in the postseason tournament.
Congratulations again to Coach Matthews and the Bedford Bulldogs, an unbeaten regular season. They will go into a bye week and then continue their quest for a championship 2 weeks from now, Friday night, November 14th, 7 p.m. here. You see some fireworks off to our left-hand side. For Harry Kozlowski, I'm Corey Munster-Tiger on BCTV and WBNH 105.1. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you in the playoffs.